Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today as you can see we're on MS Paint because I'm going to be going over what your endgame armor set should look like. So here you can see I have pulled up the reboot in regular, and as of right now they're identical. And they're identical because both types of servers, pretty much run the same items, plus or minus some differences in choices and cost efficiency, blah blah blah, all that stuff I'll go over in a second. But as you can see here, I have mapped out the Chaos Root Abyss set, the Absolab, Arcane Umbra, Gollux, Sweetwater, other accessories, secondary emblem, and Tyrant. As you can see here, I only show one Tyrant because it's pretty much the only one people use once they get to a certain point in the game. But nonetheless, as you can see here in the reboot section, this is more or less what you're going to go for at the end game level. The Pink Holy Cup and the Crystal Ventus badge are pretty much the only obtainable sec pocket slots and emblems. This is not an emblem, this is a badge that you can get as of right now, so it's the reason why I've put these here. In the past, we've seen events where we've gotten a Sengoku High badge. It doesn't look like Nexon's planning on bringing it back, which is why I did not include it. But if you already have the Sengoku High badge, I don't know why you're on this video because you probably know the rest that I'm about to say in this probably 30-minute video. Um, so basically, without further ado, I'll just go over each of the equipments in each slot and then show you some choices that you can make when gearing. So in Reboot, without question, you're going to have to go pretty much an entire Gollux accessory set, which includes 3 rings, 2 pendants, a belt, and oftentimes, for most players, you'll have the earring right here as well. Now, I put the Sweetwater earring there because eventually that's what's going to replace it, and you get the Sweetwater earrings by crafting another earring and then transposing over the stats onto the Sweetwater earring. But it's all really complicated. So say you don't do that. This is pretty much what your overall end game gear is going to look like. Most people don't go for the Tyrant Belt because it's incredibly hard to replace and it's very, very difficult to get it to 13 star, which is what I believe to be the point where the stats from the starring is going to beat the 22 star Gollux belt. And 22 starring a Gollux belt is much easier because I believe the success rate from 21 to 22 stars is 30%, whereas the success rate from getting this to 12 star to 13 stars, I believe 3%. I might be wrong. So as you can see, with Tyrants, it's a 100%. Actually, I don't think it's 100%. There's a very high chance to boom, and of course, this has a chance to boom too. I believe it's around 7%. Again, I might be wrong. I haven't Star Forced in a while, and I probably should have looked this up, but I don't think it matters because at that point, you'll know if you're going for 22 stars. Just believe me when I say it. It's much easier and much more cost efficient to go for a 22-star Superior Gollux belt than a Tyrant belt. Now, it's different in regular server. In regular server, you actually have a choice. You can use a Tyrant belt or you can use a Superior Gollux belt. Star forcing in regular server is actually not as difficult because in regular server you have this item called an Advanced Equipment Enhancement Scroll. Um, and some, not all, keep this in mind if you're buying them. Some Advanced Equipment Enhancement Scrolls are unique in that they don't destroy your item on failure. Every other Advanced or Equipment Enhancement Scroll, besides the pure ones, do destroy your item on failure. So what most people end up doing is using Guardian Scrolls and what they call no boom AEEs, Advanced Equipment Enhancement Scrolls, to star a Tyrant Belt all the way to 15 stars, which at that point it is significantly better than the Superior Gollux by about, I want to say 60 or 80 attack. And keep in mind this Tyrant Belt can also get the boss flames. And if you don't know what a boss flame is, check out my last video all about them flames, and learn the difference between the flames for a Superior Gollux belt and a Tyrant belt. So basically, that is one big difference. And the other difference in regular server is that you typically never see anybody going with a transposed Sweetwater earring. Now, this is because people who play regular server like to be able to trade their items. And if you don't know, Sweetwater items, once equipped, are untradeable. Now, you can see here we still end up using a Sweetwater tattoo in monocle because there is no other viable and easily obtainable accessory that overwrites these two. And when I say easily obtainable, the only two replacements for these two items that would be significantly better is the Dark Boss set items, which is Hard Lotus's Berserked and Hard Damien's Eye Patch. That's not the name; it's something Eye Patch and Berserked, or I think it's Magic Eye Patch and Berserked. Those two easily replace these two once they're 22 starred, flamed, etc. But here's the other catch: you also need to pair those two up with Hard Lucid's Dreamy Belt, as long as Hard Will's Pocketbook, so you can get the 4 Dark Boss set equipment set effect. That's a lot. You might be confused. I am too, which is why I didn't include them, even though I just took a minute and a half to explain it all. Now you know. But basically, this is pretty much what you're going to aim for. You're going to have your Superior Gollux, you're going to have a Meister ring, which you're going to get by hunting down primal essences, which you will get by mining heart veins, mysterious veins, and I heard you can get them from gold flowers and mysterious flowers too, but I've never gotten them from there. I've only ever gotten them from the heartstone and mysterious veins, so that's all I'm going to say about that. And they also drop from time to time from Arcarium and I believe Cygnus. I might be wrong. Again, don't fact check me. Actually, I know they drop from everything except for the Cygnus. Cygnus is the maybe. I've never got one from Cygnus, but someone told me she does. So I don't know what to say. That'll round out your 4 wearings. The pink Holy Cup is going to come from Chaos Pink Bean and maybe Pink Bean. I haven't done Pink Bean in a century, so I mostly just get these from Chaos Pink Bean, and I say this is the item to get because, one, it drops from a boss, and it can be flamed. And I also don't think there's any other replacement besides Hardwill's Pocketbook. And if you have Hardwill's Pocketbook, you definitely don't need to be on this video. So kindly go and donate me some NX, please. Thanks. As I already said, 2 pendants. The thing about Superior Gollux or just Gollux items is that they're all one-of-a-kind items except the pendants, which gives you the ability to wear 2. I've seen some people go 1 Superior Gollux and 1 reinforced Gollux to get the 2 set, but that is just a waste. Don't do it. I don't even know why they do it. It might just be a good filler because these pendants and the belt do drop from RNG. And if you don't know about that, well, I don't know how to help you because at this point, this is the wrong video. Just kidding, I'll explain a little later. And then, as I said, these two are going to come from Sweetwater, including the earring if you do end up deciding to get it. I don't want to go over it because if you really want to get the earring, you probably already know how. And then it comes to CRA. Now, CRA is also unique in that a lot of people aren't able to do Lotus and Damien, which is where you get this Absolab weapon from. So for some of you, not all of you, you might see that what you actually have is this. And this is why I did this on MS Paint. It's so convenient. You might have your Fafnir weapon, Fafnir hat. I mean, Fafnir hat. Yeah, RA hat, Fafnir hat, RA hat, RA hat. Top, bottom. Now, if that's the case, this is typically what you want to do. I actually don't think so. No, that's definitely not it. You take that and you take these. Okay, I'm tripping. Sorry, guys. This is a lot of information, okay? And this is unscripted, but it's a little planned out. But it's unscripted. So these all come from Root Abyss. Obviously, the hat comes from Chaos Queen. The top comes from Chaos Von Bon. The bottoms come from Chaos Pierre, and the weapon comes from Vellum. Earring, as I've already mentioned, comes from Gollux. I didn't mention this, but the rings and the earrings are buyable with coins from the shop, and the coins are obtainable the second you're available to do Gollux. You don't always have to kill Helix to get the coins. You can do whichever one you can kill. And it's really weird how Gollux works just because I'll explain later. And the Ab Slab, two of these pieces come from one boss. Actually, I think three of these pieces come from one boss. Yeah. The boots, the gloves, and the cape all come from Lotus, and the shoulder will come from Damien. Now, here is a life hack. Yes. Since you have three armors from Lucid, each one takes 2 coins. That's 6 coins total. Each coin takes 20, etc. drops in order to transfer into an armor. Since you have 60 required here for normal, etc. drops and only 20, you typically want to get the weapon from the Damien shop because if you're farming both Lotus and Damien a day, you'll realize by the time you have these three armors, please ignore the pants. You have these three armors, um, and enough drops for the shoulder, you'll have 60 of the Damien drops and 60 of the Lotus drops. Once you get these three armors, you'll have 0, and you'll have 40 left remainder from the shoulders. So continue farming Damien for another couple weeks until you have 100, which is only 60 more versus 100 more if you were to do it from the Lotus shop. I'm talking really fast, but please just take the time to understand it. It's just mathematics. Um, do for 60 more coins and you can get the weapon without having to farm for the extra 40 coins if you were to do Lotus. That's a mouthful. Your secondary, this is gonna come from Princess Snow. Now, I'm talking end game here. At the end game, you really do want the Princess Snow. It is by far the best base stat secondary equipment that you can get. If you really don't care about the extra like 5 attack and like 5 or 10 stat or whatever, go ahead and buy your secondary from the shop. It'll be significantly worse. It'll be probably harder to sell if you're in regular server if those same lines were on a Princess No secondary. And it doesn't look as cool. Like this blue tint, I think it's fucking sick, homie. The Crystal Ventus badge will come from Hard Magnus, and this emblem will come from doing the Explorer quest line or your whatever class. You just accept a quest once you hit level 100 and you get the emblem. Xenon is unique as in where you can buy your emblem from a shop. Um, it's probably in the Xenon hometown, I would assume. If not, that'd be really stupid. Or in the secondary shop that's available in almost every town. Now, with that being said, I've completely gone over your items for reboot, and if you don't care about the regular server ones, go ahead and skip ahead. Just kidding, not yet, because I'm actually going to talk about Arcane Umbra. So for those of you who have actually gotten to the point, pretty much just replace these 5 with um, these 5 items here, and you're good. That's pretty much the only substitute. The hat is optional. Whoa, okay. I also forgot to add that weapon here because I thought it was just pretty self-explanatory, and it's like, it's the weapon, you know? Like, come on, guys, let's be real. The hat is the one that's very optional because if we're talking really end game, and I know I say I'm going over the end game, and I keep saying the really end game, it's because most people aren't going to be able to get the Genesis weapon that drops from the Black Mage. If we're talking theoretics and all that good shit, in the end, you're going to have your CRA hat, CRA top and bottom, your Genesis weapon, and then these 4, okay, there's more than 4 items here, but the 4 Absolab weapons in this box, Absolab armors in this box will all be Arcane Umbra. And with the Genesis weapon, you'll get the 5 set of this, and then you also have the 3 set from the CRA, which gives you a lot of attack. Woo! Now, if you don't have the Genesis weapon and you just have here the um, Arcane Umbra weapon, a lot of people with who have the 5 set Arcane Umbra, including the weapon, so these 4 armors and the weapon, opt to use this RA hat until they get their Genesis weapon, just because the set effect is better than the CRA 3 set. So theoretically, I'll do this in the regular server because I think it's much more obtainable in regular server just because you can buy these items. This is what your ultimate endgame item set would look like, maxed out like absolute best items you can get in the current moment. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay. And again, this is my opinion. Like every video I make, these are literally my opinions. Um, Someone else might think differently, and I don't care because that's their opinion and not mine. And this video is about my opinion. So, yeah. And then just imagine the Arcane Umbra weapon here. That's your end all be all. This is the favorited um, endgame setup for regular server because everything's tradable minus these two, and that's get over it for the most part. And of course, you know, the chalice and this and this. I just hope you guys understand. I want to explain it and I really don't, but when I say everything's tradable, I mean everything that is. Damn man, there's really no way to say this, huh? But yeah, everything's tradable minus the few that I already mentioned. Haha. And when they're all 22 star, they're all looking pretty. They all have 3 line or 6 lines of potential. If you don't know what a 6 line potential is, it's because you play reboot. And they're all looking good and they have really high sell values, blah, 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 blah. And if you notice here, there's one item that I intentionally left out, and that's the heart. In regular server, if you play regular server, you probably already know about the outlaw heart that goes right here, or the many different hearts that you can buy in the auction house. Um, And it maybe, I think most people avoid using this just because it's event based and it's really rare occasion once a year. But there is the Wondroid heart that fills up this slot, and same with the Android. Now, most people don't like the Glimmering Wondroid because in regular server we have a thing called a Battleroid. It's basically a buff freezer permanent as long as the android's equipped that'll save your buffs if you die. And that does not work with the Wondroid, I don't think, because I think the Wondroid only works with the Wondroid heart only works with the Wondroid. It's confusing. Either way, there's better hearts in regular server. That's all I'm saying. But in reboot, you don't have a choice, and you can only get the only non-expiring heart you can get, to my knowledge, is the Wondroid heart or the Glimmering Wondroid heart, and that fills this slot. Oh my god, this is gonna be a long video. So now that you know what your armors are, this is how you get them. And let me switch over to Maplestory really quickly. Uh, Boom. Now, as you can see, we are on Maplestory. And I'm going to go open up my questline, which I think is F8. Yes, it is. Basically, each one of these bosses comes with a questline, and the first two that I'm going to go over is actually not CRA or any of them. It's going to be the Absolab set. So the Absolute set I think is really cool in that Nexon really made up this whole storyline, blah blah blah, in order to get them, and they call those the Maple Blockbusters. Oh, right here. The Urbe Conference Pavilion is where you're gonna do your Maple Blockbusters. So you come here, they'll be like, ah, Maple World's under attack, we need your help, blah blah blah, you're the savior, blah 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 blah. And you come and you'll see Black Heaven and Heroes of Maple. Black Heaven will unlock Lotus for your entire account. You heard me right. Your entire freaking account, guys. Do these. So if I go to I don't want to do the shortcut. Oh, bring up Black Heaven window. Okay. So there's 6 acts. Just clear them in order, and as you can see, you get rewards for each one. You see this, the lines of the middle, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't really matter. None of them are very good. That's besides the point. I finished the blockbuster, and that is pretty much your pre-quest to Lotus. And for Heroes of Maple, once again, do 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a part 1.5, which makes no sense to me. But once you do them, you get to Damien. And then you'll be able to do Lotus and Damien. And I know for most of you who are trying to get this armor, you probably won't be able to kill Lotus and Damien. I've heard this a million times. That's why I have a Discord server where I actually don't provide carries to Lotus and Damien just because it takes me way too long to kill them, and not trying to say it's you guys, but y'all can't live that long because you don't know the boss mechanics, obviously. I've been playing this game for a long time. I did Lotus and Damien when they first got released, so I'm very familiar with the boss mechanics. But most people or not, especially if you need to be carried during them. So you do this blockbuster and you find a party of 6 people who are all relatively strong. If y'all can do Root Abyss in a well-mannered time and you all hit 50 mil lines or a little more if you wanted to go a little faster, chances are you can do it. That's how we did it back in the day. 6 party members, 50 mil lines per person, and it'll take you about a good old 15, 20, 25 minutes depending on how you are. Obviously, your mechanics aren't going to be the best when you first run, but the more you run, the better you'll be. And yeah, do it. It's fun. And basically, each boss will drop a certain set of etc. drops, which I actually have here, so I can show you. Lotus will drop the Great S cores, and Damien will drop the Twisted Stigma stones. These stones you must combine with these tradable, and when I say tradable, I mean in regular server, tradable stones that you get from for completing the quest line or killing mobs in the respective areas. These will drop from every mob in Black Heaven, as such as these will drop from every mob in Twisted Dark World Tree. I think that's what it's called. Or if you do a quest, you'll get X amount of these weekly. You got to be patient. It takes time, but it also takes time to get to the point where you can actually even get these hard boss drops in the first place. And if you listen to me, you need at least 3 weeks of this and 4 weeks of this. So you got 4 and 3 weeks. That's about, I actually don't know how many you get per week, but yeah, it's a lot of farming. That's what Reboot is. So if you don't want to farm, play regular server and pay for all of this stuff because we got a thing called the auction house, sucker. But that covers the Absolab set. As for Root Abyss, like every quest, pre-boss, pre-quest you're ever gonna do, you're gonna click on this light bulb on the left and it'll show up somewhere in here. I think with the Chaos Root Abyss one is like some type of summons. So if I go to my, oh my god, completed. Oh my god, I just love this light. Okay. I can't even search. Are you kidding me? So holy crap, this might take a while. Cernium, Star, blah 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 blah. Heroes of Maple. Holy crap. Why can't I search? Ludibrium. There's Maple Runner. Morass. Root Abyss, right here. Boom. First quest is called Urgent Summons. It's going to be in your light bulb tab, like I've already mentioned. I think it's a level 120 quest, but basically, you accept it, you click it, and you get teleported to this really ugly looking ass tree with 4 doors. That's why people call CRA carries 3 doors, 4 doors, all doors, whatever. Come here, instead of these NPCs being here, you're gonna have some really ugly, not ugly, you're gonna have some girl here named Alicia, I think. She's blonde hair and she's gonna be like, oh, I'm stuck, come save me. You're not gonna be able to save her, that's, yeah. Damien eats her. Spoiler alert. Got him! Oh, you're basically gonna follow the quest line, go through, and after that, you'll have done the pre-quest for Root Abyss, not Chaos Root Abyss. Chaos Root Abyss has an extra stipulation in which you need to do each RA boss 10 times. Now, here's a big, big, big tip. Please do it in order in the sense that you are completing the quest that Alicia gives you to clear each door in order. I don't want to say the order just because I don't want to mess it up, but there is a specific order. You have to first clear these doors in order to go on with your 10 clears. If you don't complete the quest, it will not count as 10 clears if you have not finished the test. The first clear for each door is going to be marked by the completion of that quest. Now you got it. Please don't fuck it up, because if you do, let's hope you don't find out during a boss carry, because that's friggin' awkward. And that covers your Root Abyss set. Arcane Umbra, at this point, if you don't know, you're basically just going to do Arcane River, go all the way um, through it. Let me see if I can find where is it. The first time you're ever going to be introduced to Arcane Armor is going to be in Lachlan when you're up against Lucid. Now, Arcane Umbra armor is annoying as heck in the sense Now, after you get these incredibly easy to get boss drops, not really, you need a very strong party, and chances are if you're watching this video, you're not even close to that point yet. But I'm still going to talk about it because one day you will be, and that's when it'll matter. Yeah. Um, Lachlan Lucid drops the butterfly droplets. Then once you get it, you will farm for copious amounts of hours to get 100 and a lot. As you can see here, it's cost 24. Each stone takes 10, etc. mob drops in order to get. And unlike Absolab, there is no daily quest to get them. You can only get them by farming. Or if you play regular server, go ahead and buy them from your local auction house. But honestly, I think it's better that if you're not at this stage yet, because you'll have time. And also, I think it's going to be somewhere around the summer patch. The requirements to get these items are going to be dropped, and requirements as in like the number of coins that you're going to need are going to drop. See if I go to the coin exchange, it costs 1 per 10. I think they're dropping, and I might be wrong, I haven't checked in a while, the number of coins you need and the number of etc. stones you need per boss stone, and that's the same applies to Will. For Will, you basically just do the same thing, but you fight the hard boss Will and you farm for droplets and Esfera. Done and done. Sweetwater. Actually, I should go over Gollux. Gollux is a really easy one. So once you hit level 170, 180, I don't really know. I don't really, because they updated it and I've already way past that point. You're going to click the multi-dimensional mirror and you're going to look for Gollux. It literally says Gollux, so you really can't miss it, okay? You're going to come here and you're going to be like, ooh, Heart Tree Guardian. You're going to click her. She's going to be like, oh yeah, 170, Cracks of Corruption. This is the quest. Wow, thank God I haven't accepted it yet. You're going to click it. And she's gonna be like, wow, you should be able to pass now. I will bless thy with the purity you need to cleanse thy heart. And yeah, that's it. The Face of Fear is your daily quest to get 3 keys. Boom. I don't need it yet. I don't even run Gollux on this character, actually. Um, but after that, you should be able to do Gollux. Let me go up here. I'm not gonna do it. Wait. No point. This is the shop that I mentioned earlier where you can get all your earrings and rings. 3 rings. You don't really need the cracked one. You can use it until you get the Meister, but you really don't. Yeah, these 4, and then the earring. Oh, awkward. I didn't want to show this, but it's whatever. So, yeah, that's how you get your Gollux. And once you get inside the heart, actually, I can show it on here since I don't really run on here anyways. It'll take like 2 seconds. I'm really weak, by the way. What? I'm trolling. So I'll go inside. Of course, this is all after the fact. You've already done everything. You have someone to carry you, or you yourself are strong enough. And you basically, what is this guy ask for? Just queue? What am I queuing for? Making video, alright. I don't even know who this guy is. Awkward. I hope you don't see my video. Just kidding. I know I'm pretty sure it's Barack. Or, what? Yeah, it is. Barack. See, I don't even forget my friends' names. God, basically, you're gonna follow the path that I just took. This is the part where it gets really confusing, so understand not all of you are gonna be doing Helix all the time, but I know it shouldn't be but, it should be so. So if you want to clear, let's say there's 4 modes. So there's easy, normal, hard, hell. 4 modes of Gollux and there's 3 body parts. Each mode is each body part you kill is going to drop the mode down by 1. So if you kill 0, you're doing hell. If you kill 1, you're going to get hard. Kill 2, that's normal. 3 is easy. Now, just to make your lives really, really easy, if you're doing normal, you're going to want to kill the abdomen and one of its shoulders, and whatever shoulder you kill, you're going to stick to the side once you're facing the boss because you will not be able to attack on that side because he no longer has a shoulder for his arms to attack you with. Genius, right? And in hell mode, basically, you're going to want to kill one shoulder and stick to a side just far enough out of reach. No, 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 ignore it. Wait. No, yeah, that's right. Kill one of the shoulders and stick to that side just until you're out of reach of his breath attack. So basically, his abdomen does a pink breath that sucks you in, kills you, and heals him. So if you die to that and you take a while, that's the arm that comes and tries to strike you. So if you kill the shoulder, it won't be a thing. Ooh. So yeah, I'm really weak because I have sold some of my gear since the last time I played this character. Basically, what you're gonna want to do is kill. Come on. Holy crap, I'm so weak. Yeah, yeah. Has Gollux been cleansed? Hell yeah, he has. No. So you'll go through this little cutscene. Pray you don't DC, because if you do, you just wasted your run. You come back tomorrow. And you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait. Okay, and you finally get to this heart. Typically at this point, the person who carried you is probably gonna leave. Oh, already been nerfed. XD. It's gonna leave, and basically you're gonna come here and you're gonna click on this heart and pray to God you see green. You say green because that's the item you want. You lead it all up, and as you can see, I got a reinforced belt. Reinforced is blue. Superior is green. Blah 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 blah. So yep, you're done with that. You'll get your coins, whatever. Once you have enough, you'll buy your items, and that's how you basically get your Golok set. Breather. Sorry. Sorry if I ripped your ears right there. But yeah. Pink Bean, I'm just gonna explain it because I don't really want to go there because I don't have a Hyper Rock. So you're gonna go to the Temple of Time, complete the Pink Bean prequest. It's what was before the fifth job prequest. But now you just want to kill. I think it's like 222 of each monster in the Temple of Time, and then move on, kill Pink Bean, blah blah blah. Magnus. You're gonna go to Elysium and start the quest line there. I know I'm just briefing over all this because it really doesn't matter. I feel like there's a lot of guides on each specific pre-quest on YouTube if you just searched it up. Um, and you do a bunch of quests in Elysium and boom, you get that. Princess No, it's gonna be the same. Um, it'll also show up in your light bulb. It'll be a level 150 quest, I believe. It's something about Princess Sakura or some sort of corruption with Princess Sakura. You're gonna play as Kana, Hayato, and Ayame. Ayame sounds right. Ayame, a third type of class that hasn't been released yet. Sorry if you can hear my chair squeaking, lol. It's old. And that will get you that. And for the last one that I have not yet talked about is Sweetwater. And that's because I want to believe, and when I say I want to, I really mean I want to believe that it's also in here. Yes, it is. Theme Dungeon Mercy Republic. You're gonna go through here. Oh my gosh, thank goodness, because I would have had to walk a minute. And you're gonna get teleported to this map. You're gonna talk to some dude that's here. I think he's right here, yeah. And you're just gonna finish his quest line. Blah blah blah. And you're gonna keep doing it until you can enter the town of Commercy. I swear if I read a comment below telling me, oh, that's not how you pronounce Commercy, I don't. Sorry if I'm being insensitive. I just really don't care. It's a game. It's not like I'm trying to slander whatever region this name of this town comes from. If you don't get that, God, just click away from the video. But did I really already go over everything? Wow, that was fast. You go over here. Oh, 35 minutes. Oh, this will be fun to upload. And basically, you're gonna do quests until you can open your light bulb, and there's gonna be one quest in particular that you want to look out for. Daniela. I think it's one of these. The Daniela merchants. You don't have to do the entire quest line and get the Commercy set for this thing. You can just keep doing it until you see one of these quests. I really think it's this one. And basically, after you do that, you can go ahead and come into this portal, talk to Maestra Famietta, and do the. Oh, okay, I can't trade all in a party. Fine, sick. Enter trade, and you're gonna go through the voyages one by one. You're eventually gonna go through here, blah blah blah. And once you have enough stuff, you're gonna click on this guy, and you can buy one, two, three, done. Click out. That is all. And at that point, I think I've gone over how to get each one of these equipments. At the end of the day, it's a freaking process. You might be able to get your Gollux over the time span of like a week if you're hella lucky, a month if you're moderately lucky, sometimes more just because the RNG drop rates on the superior pendants are really RNG, like most things in this game if you haven't already noticed. But on the bright side, there actually isn't one if you play in Reboot. But if you're in regular server, go ahead and click into the auction house and buy every single one of these items. Let me show you. This is the auction house. What do you want? You want Gollux? Superior Gollux? Oh man. Boom. You want it? You got it. That's earring 1.6. Cha-ching. Ring. What is this? 1.9. Cha-ching. Look at these. You don't want a cube? That's fine. You need Dex 3 line. Cha-ching. Woo! You just rack it up, boys. Oh, 3 line all stat. Okay. Oh, I might want this. Oh, not at 27, that's for sure. But yeah, as you can see here, I'm selling some stuff in the process. If you guys want to buy any of it, hit your boy up in the DMs. But yeah, you can really buy anything here, and if you're talking about anything, just think about this, okay, guys? You can farm for a year in Reboot and get your Arcane Umbra weapon, or you can come here. Oh, look at these. Pistol 1.8 bill, cape 22 bill, energy chain 3 bill, pirate gloves 25 bill. Let's say you're playing Kadena, you need a chain that's 1 bill. I think it actually goes cheaper if I find the right item. You'll never use a Katara. Don't ask me why. I don't really care. You're playing Ilium 750 mil. That's right. Farming for a year versus 750 mil. I think you can see why a lot of people prefer to play in regular server instead of, grind story. But grind story does have its perks. It can never tempt you with money. Unless you want to look cute, and then in that case, wacha, you can still buy everything with mesos, but not in Reboot because trading ain't a thing. But yeah. The only really thing that I didn't go over in this video was the Meister ring and earring, which you're gonna want if you want to transpose your earring into Sweetwater, and your ring you're just gonna use it anyways, just because it's 22 starable. I didn't say this at all, but every one of these items is chosen because they can all be upgraded to the max, and in that case, it means the highest potentials, the highest Star Force cap, and the highest or almost the highest base stats that are, post scrolled, whatever, blah, blah, blah. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into it. But that's why people chose these items as a result of everything. This is a long ass video, and I understand since I already showed this, I don't really care. I'll show it again. My items are not the best. A lot of it is cubed really weirdly. This is the items that I'm using right now. I'm trying to prepare and get Adele items. So in Reboot, I know I'm not trying to promote regular server because I happen to actually like playing Reboot where you can farm for your mesos and not have to buy every single thing and pay cash for cubes. I know it's a crazy concept that cubes cost mesos, but otherwise cubes cost 10x. You can literally come in here, go to armor, click legendary. What do you want? Say you're trying to prepare for Adele, right? Instead of having to make each one of these gears, After Adele comes out, you can just go right, boom, boom. Look at this, three-line earring, 25 built, boom, done. Three-line pen. Ooh, that's expensive. Ooh, that's expensive. Pendant, not also kind of expensive. Wow, holy, wow. Okay, isn't looking very good. Oh, 27% ear. Oh, that's also kind of expensive. Wow, these are really expensive. Monocle, 22 built, check. All that, check. But if you were to play Reboot, you'd have to first of all get all of these equipments from scratch and then upgrade them, which might take some time. But if you've stuck this long to the video, this is why you should play Reboot. Because if you've ever cubed in Reboot, you know that when you go really unlucky, you can spend hundreds, if not thousands, of cubes on a specific item. And when you're spending mesos, that's not a big deal. But if you look here, 11 red cubes is $12. 12 KNX is $12. I'm not trying to unpromote the game. I'm just trying to show the pros and cons of each server. Say you did 1,000 cubes on an item, times pretty much what, $1.2 each. That's $1,200 you just spent on an item. Don't feel too good. But if it's mesos and you're playing the game anyways and you get mesos as a product of it, feels a lot better. Feels a lot better. Because you could, spend that $1,200 in like, the stock market that's, just had a major crash slash correction, and double, triple, quadruple, 10x your money over 5 years. But we don't talk about that here because this is all about Maplestory. And you guys want to know about Maplestory. So yeah, that is how you get your endgame gears. If you don't remember, I do have a Discord channel where I carry people weekly, daily, kind of not really sometimes, and there's other people that help her out too. Thank goodness. It's kind of was my goal overall at the end of the day for making this um, channel was to help people who needed boss carries, and now I do. And people have been getting their CRA armors, their Golic stuff, everything. It's great. I like seeing people progress, like helping people. But it's all free, and your boy isn't making money from these videos. So if you could please subscribe, get me monetized. I'm just joking. But in all seriousness, if you do enjoy these videos, click the subscribe button. Keep in touch. The next video that I'll be posting is going to be part 3 to my ultimate upgrading your gear guide. So now you know how to get all your gear. You got to know how to upgrade it, right? First two episodes are already out, or I guess first two videos are already out there, and I'll put the link in the description below, along with the link to my public Discord channel. And the next one's gonna be about Star Forcing because Star Forcing is so fun. But yep, hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know how many of you are gonna stick around to the 43-minute mark, but if you did, I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.